Oh, thank you. Hello everyone. So I'm actually on a few days visit down in St Ives. So I've just arrived. I got here quite late. Set off at 4:30 this morning and it's now 11, just gone 11:30. So I thought rather than going to St Ives and park up in there, I just won't. I won't be able to park up. So I thought I'll park at St Earth and then get the train in. It's a nice scenic route, so have a bit of a walk round. So I'm probably going to do the video over probably three or four videos because it'd be quite long otherwise. So it'd be probably in 4 parts. But we'll see how we go. It's not the best of days weather-wise. This has all been done up since last time I was here. Not sure if it's a new bridge or it's... I don't remember it being this wide before. As you can see, it's horrible weather, starting lashing down. So, as you can see, it's not the best of days. So once I get on the train, I won't actually be talking much of the way because it does get quite busy, the train. Some people might feel a bit uncomfortable talking. So what time is 48, so I've got 10-15 minutes.
I remember watching, was it a Grand Designs or something, and they were building one like overlooking the sea. It was amazing. So not yet. Right, you're going to go sit over there with Daddy, so you can have a friend to look out the window. I was going to see. Oh, you sure? Anyway, that lady's giving you her seat. Sit there. Oh, thank you. Just track her in so I've got to stand up.
See why I want to make that heat is awful.
At least we'll do it outside. We can...
That's how it's about to try it.
So welcome to St Ives. So the car park here at St Ives, it's not that big, and you'll see some when I come back and get the train back, you'll see that some of the parking spaces are quite tight. Those of you that know me probably know the connection with me and St Ives. This is where my dad used to come as a kid with his parents. So yeah, this is where my dad used to come as a kid. This is where my mum and dad had their honeymoon. This is where we used to come as kids, twice a year. My dad retired and he actually died down here 25 years ago this year. So this is Porthminster Beach. This is the one that we always used to come on as kids. It's the nice one. But if you can just see, I'm back here tomorrow. I'm going to do metal detecting tomorrow. You can see there's a lot of sand that's been eroded away, so that's going to be good tomorrow. I'll just show you the train on its way out. So further down there you've got the cafe and some shops. Further up there you've got fish and chips as well. And then just right in front of you, just behind the lifeguard tower, that's actually a little pit and putt, a little golf thing, pot and pitch, is it? We used to play on that as kids, so I'll show you that a bit later on. So yeah, there's the train going back to St Earth, and that's what it does. Just goes backwards and forwards all day. Beach looks quite empty, which is good for tomorrow. I mean, it just has rained quite hard. So that's Porthminster Beach. I always remember one year we were here. One of the rare times that Mum actually came down with us. I think it was in 1975 and 1976. Mum and Dad had a fallout. I remember my mum pushing the pram and coming down here with me and my brother, and then my dad would head popped up over that wall there, keeping an eye on us. But yeah, he stormed off sulking. I don't know what it was about. So yeah, we used to always come down here. My dad worked at a hotel, which I'll show you a bit later on as well. And I'll show you where his ashes are. And then 5 years ago this year, I lost my mum, and her ashes at the same place as well. And it's going to be the same place where I'm going to have my ashes done as well. So I'll show you this when we get round to Porthmere Beach. So it's just started to rain. But just watch this for a Amazing.
Yesterday I pulled in and Mark was in there taking 2 spaces on the motor.
It is crazy there.
These hotels to my right, and restaurants, not cheap. But this cottage here, this white one to the left, it's the next one along. I'll show you the porch in a minute. It's changed over the years, but they used to have pictures in the porch, in this porch here, and it showed St Ives with snow, and that is rare because of the seawater. It doesn't snow here, but they had pictures of it covered in a white blanket, which is always good to see. I'm not going to show you over the wall yet. Little knick-knack shops. Just here to the left, these flats, that's where my dad's friend used to live. And this is St Ives. So this is where HMS Wave ran aground here. I'll just show you, just let everyone get past. So yeah, the ship ran aground there, and you'll see, if you look down there to the steps, you'll see gouges, and that's where the chains we used to pull people on board. So I'll show you a picture of that.
It's not massive, but
This little beach here, this is the dog beach, so they let dogs on these. They don't really let them on the others. And then here to the left, so this here, this used to be a little wishing well here as a kid. Throw your pennies in, make a wish. As I come round to this section here, this is normally closed, so if it's really bad weather, the waves come right over the top of here, and it's absolutely covered in stones after a storm. It's quite dangerous, but it's amazing to watch.
Quick question about live minutes.
5 minutes.
No worries. See you then.
And just here on the right, you've got a bank of toilets, public toilets, which I think they now charge for. Just check. Oh, no, they're open. Yeah, I think they do charge for them now. 40p to use the toilet. Now this is what I call the wow corner. People come around this corner and go, wow. This is St Ives Bay. So I'll just give you a quick spin round. So we've got the lighthouse here that's just at the side of the toilets. It never used to be there. It actually used to be that building there. So that was the lighthouse. And what would happen if the lifeboat needed to go out? It would come out and it'd then go down the seafront, all the way down there to the far side of the beach, and then go down the ramp and then out. And there's one of the lifeboats there. And then here was it? Just a plaque telling you. I can't remember what year they actually moved the lighthouse. They built this on it. But yeah, I will pop it up on screen for you. I'll show you the church on the way back. That's where we had my dad's service, and I'll tell you about the history of it when we come back round. So we'll just walk down the seafront and then round to Porthmeor Beach. One of the things, if you ever have been here, there's a couple of things that you'll probably remember. The seagulls, you've got to really watch them here, but also the traffic. In high season, I think they're talking about stopping traffic down here between certain hours. They did it during COVID when it was eat out to pay out, and it seemed to work. I think there was no motor vehicles from 10 a.m. But yeah, the traffic can get quite bad, especially in the morning when the deliveries. Got the lifeboat club there do nice food in there. Cornish pasty shop, that's a great pasty shop, and there's one on the other far side as well. So I will be going there. Years ago, this Tretho Lounge, that used to be Woolworths many years ago.
Yeah, I found it.
Then we've got
You know where we...
Gosh, it's boiling.
the amusement arcade. I used to spend hours in there as a kid. I'd have to think how much money I spent in there. And then above it is snooker club. That's the club where my dad used to go. That's where I used to go and watch bands with my dad. That's been there for years. Absolute years. Got the balcony. Balcony little theme pub up there. So we tend to go when I've got the kids with me. And then into one of the art galleries. Just got some of these. So this, which one was it? I think it was this one. This was a studio owned by a friend of my dad's called John F. Sims. This used to be Keith English Studio. He used to have all of these. But the John F. Sims one is a Titanic picture that I actually saw being painted. It was a commission he was doing. And I watched him paint it over the months, and I don't know how much the original went for, but he did a limited number of prints, and my dad bought me and my brother one when he died. I signed one from John F. Sims, and I still got that up on my wall at the moment. We got Out Willie's Surf Shack, the original one. So that kid's gonna absolutely throw it down again. Have a mooch around these shops early one morning, I think. So yeah, this is a nice little shop. Tides. This is a new one. When we first started coming here, as far back as I can remember, it was always known as obviously a fishing village, but also for artists. And over the years, it's become more and more commercialised, and it's mainly bistros now, which is sad. We've still got the art gallery there, but it used to be full of them. The artists actually painting them. You can actually watch them and talk to them. And then the beach restaurant here on the left. Considering it was a fishing village. I mean, there's not much fish on there, and it's really expensive. There's a little car park up there, but it's tiny. It's only a short stay as well. What they're trying to do is make the way round the back, because at the back of here, there's it's called the Island, which is again a short stay car park. The shop here used to be Wimpy Burgers, and then this part here where I'm actually filming now, this is where they filmed part of it, Raise the Titanic, which I'll show you a clip now. So Alec Guinness, who played Obi-Wan Kenobi, went and had a drink in there, in the sloop, which was built in 1312. That. But yeah, if you carry on, do a left up there in the car, it brings you around to the car park. Those pasties smell nice. There are actually, if you go on YouTube and just search for sharks St Ives, this is where, I can't remember what type of shark it was. They do tell it and say what it is in the video, but it was here just at high tide. This little beach here, this is great when at high tide. So 2 years ago when we came last, we bought some paddle boards, and we'd never done it in our lives before. And this is where I learned to paddleboard in here because it was so calm. It's not that deep at high tide. And you can paddle right across the other side, and without, you know, being worried about being dragged out. And that's the pier. So the pier, I don't remember what year it was built. I think it was extended. So the pier stopped about there, and then I think it was about 300 foot, 30 metres was added. I think it was about 1890. But we've seen it. I've been hearing some absolutely horrible storms, and I've seen the waves crashing above the lighthouse. It's just amazing to watch the storms, and then how the storms crash up over there as well. I'm thinking at one point this year, I'm going to come back down here, probably end of next month, beginning of November, and I'm probably going to come again in December, because I want to come down and film a storm and just show you how fascinating it is to watch. So these are all apartments. Over the years, these have been built up. But yeah, these apartments here are quite expensive. But they're also paying for parking, because you're going to have to park up at the car park and lug all your stuff down here. The odd one has got a garage, but not many of them have. It's a great little market shop. So I'll have a walk down there in a minute. There are some parking spaces, but not many. Not many at all.
Es al borde del acantilado arriba.
So walk over down to the bottom of the pier of the harbour. You've got some more toilets here just to the left. I think these are free. And then this is the old harbour master's office. Parking. I'm not sure what they're trying to do, what they're attached to. Oh, fishing got the hook stuck, I think. Got line caught. Got an older anchor here. So I'll just tell you about this. So this anchor, the Sintra anchor, was removed from the seabed in 1959 It came from the Sintra, one of the 4 ships wrecked in St Ives Bay in the Great Gale of the 18th of November 1893. So after the gale, the lifeboat could not be launched. That's how bad it was. 2 vessels were rescued by breached buoys, and one from Carbis Bay. 7 of the 12 crew died. Fortunately, and that's the anchor. Yeah, so no sleeping in camper vans overnight. This down here now, I mean, cars parked here. If there's a storm, you don't want to be parking here because the cars actually get battered. Now, this year never used to have all these handrails when we were young. They've been added later. And then this is where the pier was originally went up to. And we used to go sea fishing. My dad's friend used to take me and my brother out sea fishing here. These are all new. Well, newish. I say new, I bet they're about 30, 40 years old, but they weren't always there. All the crab pots. And this part of the pier of the harbour, this is where they filmed another part of Raise the Titanic. So Alec Guinness was stood around about there where that big metal thing is, and then they walked. Stood around about here, and they walked back down that way, and the camera was panning going that way. So I'll show you that on screen. You can see how the swells are. So that's the harbour. What I'll do now is keep walking straight and take me round.
This is good compared to what I've got tomorrow. Because tomorrow is way worse because all 10. This is like, so that's 10 pots in that lump of rope. Yeah. I've got 2 out there which are literally
So so I'm going to head past the museum and then round to Porthmeor Beach, which is the one known as the surfing beach. You get the bigger waves there, so it's a much bigger beach. So I will be detecting on that probably Saturday on the other channel, on the DSK Detects. although I keep getting the odd shower, it's still quite warm. I think it said it's going to be around about 19 degrees C today. So it's quite warm, but I've got a jacket just because of spare batteries really on my phone. But look how nice that water looks. Your boat trips. Book your boat trips there. And normally on the side of here, they normally have the tide times. I mean, I've got them on my phone anyway, but just have a quick look on here. So tide times. September 5th. It's at 9:42 tomorrow. There's low tide, so in the morning. Saturday's 10:20. Right, so Smeaton's Pier, that's known as.
What did they say? Only 2% of
Yeah, some of these roads are really, really tight. The last few years I came in the Jag, and some of these had to take a wide swing. I'll show you some of the places we've stayed over the years. I might, if the museum's open Sunday, I might have a walk around the museum because I've not done that for years. Adults, £5, children free. Yeah, I've not done that for years. Oh, they normally have something there with the Invisible Man. You can have your picture taken with it. Yeah, St. Ives Museum. Some artefacts from all the old shipwrecks. Again, little dog beach. Never actually been on that beach. Yeah, the step's quite steep. Can get quite slippery as well. I was watching a video, I think it was last week, a week ago or 10 days ago. They had a really high summer tide. And the sea was actually coming over the road and the harbour. It really was a high tide, and it was right up on the apartments, which I'm going to show you in a second. This car park's known as the Island short stay car park, and then further round to the left is the Tate Museum which they built. But they had to build this pumping station and the Tate, and there's no way they could get any construction equipment through St Ives. The roads are just too narrow, so everything had to be brought in by boat here at high tides. So all the equipment, the diggers, the excavators, all the bricks, everything had to come on here and then round, and then taken further back. But yeah, and you can see the size of the swells. It's not particularly windy. It's a bit windy, but it's not bad. And this little beach here is Porth Gwydden. It's a nice little secluded beach. You've got some shops there. I am going to detect on this one as well at some point. This does it can get quite blustery, whereas the one at Porthminster is a bit more protected by the wind. But this one, if you ever do come here, it does drop off it goes quite deep quite quick. So just bear that in mind. But it's a nice little secluded beach. When I first came here, when I came here 2 years ago, the first time I was actually detecting, and I found a load of pound coins on this beach. That little wall there, where all those tables and chairs are, we used to walk down there as kids, but there used to be a guy on the sand doing sand sculptures, and you'd throw down money in, for his art. But he was there every year for years. So that's Porth Gwydden Beach. That's the old lifeboat lookout up there, and that little building there, I think it's a church. So this is what's known as the Island. So I'll come. I'll go around and come back on this section. So you've got a cafe, you've got toilets here as well. But this is only this is for residents, this car park. Further down there is the short stay. And the one at the back here is short stay as well. Yeah, so this is private car park. All the raspberries and blackberries. It's just going out of season now.
I like this.
Again, there's toilets there, just to the right. Doesn't like you have to pay for those. Yeah, this beach is short stay, and it is quite expensive as well. I'll just show you the charges. Oh, and if they've changed it, so it says weekly, £26. Because this just used to be a short stay. They've changed it now to a long stay car park. Oh, that's not bad. Yeah, this definitely used to be a short stay. Motorhomes, camper vans prohibited between 11 p.m. and 8 a.m. Okay, so I'll tell you about what's up there. We'll come back round on this. Yeah, in a minute. But this is now Porthmeor Beach, or the Surfers Beach. Can get quite blustery up here, so you might not be able to hear me. You can see all the surfers on there now. But the video that I watched about 7 or 10 days ago with the really high summer tide, the sea was almost touching the buildings right at the back there. So that's how high it was. There is some rocks about halfway down. When I was here 2 years ago, I only had a cheap metal detector. I was just trying it out, and somebody had lost the ring, but I couldn't find it. So maybe I'll find it on this trip. But this here, if you're of a certain age, this is where they used to have the Radio 1 road shows. So Steve Wright and Gary Davis, and this used to be full of people, hundreds, thousands of people listening to the music from all of the groups back in the day. But watching this on in a storm is just amazing. And you can't see it, but right at the far side, I'll see whether I can zoom in for you. Oh, I can't. I don't want to zoom in. I will walk up that way, maybe today. So that's where my dad lived, up on Lowe's Hill, and that was his view from his bedroom window. Porthmeor Beach. But it is quite blustery, so I hope you can hear me okay. So coming to this point here, I'll show you. So with this beach, because that was my dad's view. When he was alive, that's what he woke up to. He sat there many a night with his radio scanner listening to the harbour master and the lifeboat. And I thought, when he died, he wanted his ashes to be scattered on the rocks. So this is where both my dad's final resting place and my mum's ashes are here. Just next to this big yellow rock. So yeah, this video is actually going to, I'm actually filming it. It's the 4th of September, but it's actually going to go live on the 27th of September, which will be Mum's birthday. So this is both of theirs final resting place, and will be mine one day. So happy birthday, Mum. Yeah. In fact, yeah, so yeah, the ashes were there. Well, when I did my dad's, it was a lot windier and they blew back at us. But that's where Mum and Dad are, overlooking this. So I will come back before I go. Throw down a couple of flowers. Coming round, further round. This is quite a nice walk, and then you're going up the other side, and we'll go up to the church. But it is quite a steep climb around the other side, just to be warned. You'll hear me puffing and panting. But yeah, those swells look quite amazing. At really low tide, there was a shipwreck here, and at really low tide, you can still see the boilers from the ship. I'll put the name of the ship on the screen now. It's, yeah, amazing. Again, coming around the corner, it does get quite windy around here now. Absolutely stunning. Just so relaxing watching the waves. And the power behind them, just amazing. Now I'm coming right back round up to the lifeguard tower. Yeah, that's where it gets a bit steep. What I'll do is I'll just spin you around and then do some selfies with me in the background. There we go. You can see it. Bench here, Lizzie, Jane, Ansel, forever in our hearts, much loved and greatly missed. There's no date on that one, so it's a plaque that's on the little bench thing. So I see I've got pictures of Amy walking behind me, and then these old padlocks that people have put on. 2023. So that's a new thing. They weren't always there, so it's just like something that's been added. I'm not sure if I remember these handrails being there as well. I'll have to check some of the old pictures. Okay, sorry, I've lost the front screen. So, I'll show you around here. So this is top of the mount at the island. Spin you back round. That's Porthgwydden Beach back down there again. See where they put the little buoys out to stop people being going out too far. But yeah, so when it was the Radio 1 road shows, all this was full of people. Absolutely full. I'll take you up to the church, to the little chapel. It's been a few years since I've actually been up here. What time is it? Oh, almost 1 o'clock. So I'm booked on a campsite over in Hale, which is just over there. So we've got Porth, Minster, Carby Spade around the corner, and there. So yeah, it's just over there somewhere on the other stretch. Because I'm in the camper van and caravan club. I think for 4 nights or 3 nights it was £80 for the camper van with electric hookup as well. Obviously it's now out of season because the kids have gone back to school, but if I'd have been a week earlier, I think it's about 30 odd pound a night, so it does make a massive difference coming out of season. But it's a huge difference from when we normally come, we book a cottage, and you're looking at £1,700–1,800 for a week for a cottage. Might have to take my jacket off. Let's have a look at this. It's 1904. Oh, sad. That hawk, you see it? See where it's right in front of me. See whether it goes down. see that? No. See it hovering there. Did it get something? No, I don't think it got it. No, is it gonna go down? Go down into the washes. No, didn't get anything. So it's obviously a mouse or something. I'll just take my jacket off, I think. Okay, back. So that's the chapel. Ooh. Sweating. So the jacket I've got is my waterproof, the one that I use on detecting because it's waterproof and windproof. I knew it was going to be showers today. Tomorrow and Saturday supposed to be the nicer days, and then the bad weather coming in on Sunday. So I'm not sure what to do Sunday. I might stay and travel back Monday morning, or I might, if it's going to be rubbish weather, I might go back Sunday. We'll see. See how much footage I get and how much I get done. So with this one, obviously this is going to be on the Dad's Secret Kitchen YouTube site. So it's a bit of a walk round. And then when I go back to the van, I'll be cooking in the van. I'll even do a van walk around for you, because I've not actually done one of those. Show you my little van. So yeah, then that's back down to Porthgwydden. There are little beach huts there that you can rent, but there's probably about a 5-year waiting list to get your name on one of those. 1 second. Sorry, jacket was falling down. I mean, that's good that they've made this into a long stay, and I can come in the back way. I can get the van in here. Yeah, and then just keep going back tomorrow morning, get here nice and early, and then pay for my. I think the one at the top, I mean, it's a bit more walking. I think on the app I can pay for multiple days, and it does work out cheaper. I'll get a picture of the pay station and just compare it to the one that I normally park at. Some old homes, 11 till 8. So at 8 a.m. I can't park here till, which is going to be later than I plan. So yeah, I think I'll go on the other one. But, so yeah, weekly, £26.30, just park. But I can't come on till, and it's 8419, and I can't get on it till 8 a.m. Yeah, long stay now, happy days. No coaches, no lorries, no tents, no trailers, motorhomes and campers, that usual stuff. So I'll go down the back streets, walking back to the harbour, and then we'll go up the main shop route. There is if I'm here Sunday, they normally do have a craft fair here. Yeah, I had some craft fair Wednesdays, 10 till 4, so I missed that one. That was yesterday, but we actually did we went there and we did made some jewellery with glass, which was quite cool. That was a couple of years back. So yeah, if you do ever come down to get here early and you want to park at the island, then make sure you get here early. And also just bear in mind that this corner here is quite a tight corner. So if you've got a long car, you just have to go forward and reverse and then line it up. But got another little shower. Go over this way. It's only a light shower. I'll just put the mic underneath. The camera is waterproof, but the mic isn't. Let me just. This Mermaid Seafood restaurant, that was actually featured in one of the Rick Stein tours of Cornwall. A couple that owned it, not that they still own it there now. But yeah, Rick Stein is one of his videos. Is in there. Now we're back at the back of where the sloop is. This little cottage, this oyster cottage. We've stayed there twice. It was just after COVID when it was Eat Out to Help Out. We came 2 years on the trot. Stayed there. It's quite a nice cottage. Quite handy for the beach. And then this is the back of the sloop. That old pub with a short stay car park there. Blue badge. Yeah, so there's like a restaurant, but also pub food. Starter soup, $7.95. Seafood chowder, $10.95. If you want a 10-ounce ribeye steak, that's going to cost you £30 from there. So not that cheap. I'm just going to put my jacket back on. And back to the sloops. If you go on Google and type in the sloop St Ives webcam, and if you can see it, just put to the right of the sign. There's a webcam. You can see it live. And it rotates around the harbour. So if you Google the sloop St Ives webcam, there's one for here and there's one for the beach. Or it's the sloop one that you want to look at. That's what I tend to look at when I need my St Ives fix. Got post office to the right of me. This shop here When we were kids, this used to be called a whistlefish now. This used to be a glass blower, and he'd sit in the window blowing glass figurines like swans. You'd see him making them and sell them. That's a nice little shop. There's great little knickknacks in there, present-wise.
Nice sorted, isn't it? Still in there.
It does get busy down these little back streets. That's a great baker's.
Cheers, mate, mate.
I mean, like the rolling one.
Oh, it's shut down. That used to be a shop that sold like air rifles. Wow. Every time I went in there was never any customers. It's the old church. And that's changed. That used to be a camp shop. Again, that was a camera shop for years. Things have changed since last time I was here.
I see.
And then this mountain warehouse. This used to be the back end of Woolworths. So that's where I got all my wetsuits from. There. And then up here, I'll just show you up here. Because this is something that's normally people miss. So if you come up the back end of the Union pub, I think is it here? Oh no, it's further back, I missed it. I'll show you again. It was near the baker's. I'll show you again when I come back round on another video. But it's a door, and the paint on it's 200 years old, over 200 years old. And they've actually got a cage covering it up now. People won't have the pictures taken with it. But yeah, it's original from over 200 years ago. Now this place, the Union Inn, if you do come to St Ives, you've got to try the food here. It is amazing. We came for lunch and dinner most days, and we tried virtually everything on the menu, and we never found anything that was off or, you know, extortionate. It does get busy in there, but yeah, classic Poland cocktail, $7.95. But yeah, it's a great little pub, great food. You get really big portions. The Sunday roast was amazing. So yeah, the Union Inn, you've got to go there. And this here is Tarquin's on the right. This is the gin shop. So they have a gin school above it. And I actually booked and did a class there to make my own gin. And that's what got me into doing all my own spirits. And more pasty shops. And then here is the old bookshop. That has to be one of the most expensive bookshops I've ever been in. Got a little cafe here on the right. We have had tea there a couple of times. Getting to get quite a bit pokey upstairs, but so you can see what I mean about the traffic. They are trying to sort it out. This is the old fish market. This building here to the right. Some of these are apartments you can actually rent. One of these, which I have looked at. And this is St Ives Parish Church. So this is where we had my dad's funeral here. This was built in 1410. 1410. 25 years since I've stepped through them doors. Wow. 25 years ago. My dad's coffin was in that aisle there. Yeah, my eldest daughter was still in a pram. She would have been 2. Oh yeah, 1410, and then I think it was they made some additions to it. 1450, I think. So yeah, there's like a coffee shop at the back of it, a little memorial garden. And bring you up here. The Golden Mine. This was always had fantastic floral displays outside here. The shop here to the left, this used to be a coach company where you could book day trips. Just go there. And then this building here, now it's to let. Oh, the old pasty shop's gone. That used to be an old pasty shop where you'd watch them make it. Wow. They were there for years. Yes, this used to be my dad's building society where he was too ill to come down and draw money out, so I used to go in there and get money out for him. Queen's Arms there, never actually been in there. This is a great little shop, this R&J. It's like an emporium, all little knickknacks, and they're not that expensive either. It's quite a big place. And then that road up there goes to where my dad used to live, which I will film at some point. It's Chinese Smile Dental Care. See what's changed down here. St Ives Jewellery. Chocolate place there, they have chocolate classes. Steak burger, chicken stir fry. I might actually get something for for tomorrow. We've got a co-op here, but there's also a shop here on the right that's also quite cheap. So I'm just going to nip in here. I'll lose. I've probably got to. Oh wow! Wow! This used to be Wetherspoons. Closed down. Wow. I wonder how long this has been shut. This is where I was going to come for breakfast tomorrow. Sunday, 8th of October. Simple days. The nearest Wetherspoon below. So, October last year. Wow. That's a surprise. You don't see many Wetherspoons shutting down, do you? I mean, we went in there, it was always seemed quite busy. Not going to go all the way up here. What I'm probably going to do is just go. Just a couple of places up here I want to show you. Then I'm going to start walking back to the train station. What is it now? 1:25. So by the time I get back to the van, it's probably going to be 2:30. And then I can get back to the caravan and just have a chill. So it was an early start. It's got another co-op here. There's a great fish and chip shop just down there on the right. This is what I wanted to show you. This shop here. There was a flood quite a few years ago, and I'll show you. I think I'll try and find the picture. And this street didn't used to be as wide as this, and this co-op wasn't there, and the water was like a river coming down here. But the building here to my left, let me just come round, is the old cinema. This is where we went there to watch Star Wars when it first came out. What was that, 1975, 76? And then later, when I was with Tracy, my ex-wife, we came down and we watched Terminator 2 here. And then if you go further up, in fact, I do need to go further up because I need to check the parking. Yeah, I need to check the parking on the car park at the top here, which is up a really steep hill, but it is what it is. Yeah, and I'll probably call in Lidl's on the way back. Because I was going to get something to eat in the Union or Wetherspoons, but that's gone by the by. This used to be like a sportsman's club there, where these hoardings were. I remember going there when my eldest daughter, she was still in the pram, and it was recommended by my dad, and the food was amazing. And we went for a Sunday roast there. So do I go up the steps? And do I take the hill? Under the steps. So where that van's just pulled out further up, if you do a right there, it's a really steep hill. You can't really tell, but really steep hill, and it goes up to where my dad lived. This here was the undertaker's that my dad was in. So whoever came to pay our last respects, but they wouldn't. They normally have a load of flowers outside. Maybe because it's out of season now. But yeah, we came here to pay our respects, and they wouldn't let us see the body because it's obviously it was cancer that got him, and it was quite an aggressive form of cancer. So he said it might be a bit upsetting, so we never got to see him, which I'm not bothered about, to be honest. Well, yeah, I've cut all this back, which is good. All this was overgrown last time I came. Oh, I'm knackered now. God. So it is the same as the other car park on the island. Again, no motorhomes, camper vans till 8 a.m. 24-hour parking. You can only do a weekly one for a car. So it's going to cost me £10.50 a day to park here. I'll do a park at the island. I mean, if yeah, I think tomorrow I'm going to park on the island. If I can't get there till 8, and then I'm going to detect on Porthmeor Beach. And then I don't know. That's what I'm doing Sunday, so I'll check the parking at the station. See what that is. Yeah. I mean, there's parking down there. I've never been on there. It's probably going to be the same anyway. Whichever way I go. This is actually better if I'm going to detect on Porthminster Beach, or even the station car park, because it's just a case of walking down here. Whereas if I go on the island car park, that's better for Porthmeor Beach. So I think I'll do the island, get there for 8 in the morning. Yeah, that's what I'll do. So yeah, that's overlooking the harbour now. Great view. You'll see a lot of the old St Ives postcards taken from this road. When the sun's out in the summer, it's absolutely stunning views. We must be getting close to high tide now. Another half hour, I reckon. We always used to laugh and joke about coming to St Ives. If you came for 2 weeks, the first week going up and down these hills, you're absolutely knackered. By the second week, you can run up them. Actually, no, I'll go to Lidl's. Cheers. Yeah, I wasn't sure whether to go back to that Butcher's and get something from a tea, but I'll go to Lidl's. Get something to drink as well. We'll go down the hill to the phone box. Yeah, so there's the chapel in the background. There's obviously the RNLI lookout. Over the years, there've been a few fires in St Ives. There was I think it was called the Great Fire of St Ives or something, and it wiped out so many cottages. There was one at the Balcony pub a few years ago when we were here, and then since then there's been a couple of other fires. But as you can imagine, if there's a fire because the cottages are so close to each other, if there's a fire, it just spreads so quickly. The St Ives fire station is back up that hill. But they send them from all over. They'll send them from Penzance because they don't take it lightly, because they're all so close together. I think when we were here, when it was Eat Out to Help Out back in 2001 or 2, there must have been 8 or 10 fire engines. They blocked the whole town off. This is the old phone box. So years ago, before we had mobile phones, when I came before I was married to Tracy, this is where we came, and each day we'd ring home, tell them that we're all okay. Before mobile phones. So, and then that takes us back down to the where Wetherspoons was, and we'll go back up to the station. That's really surprised me about Wetherspoons closing. Unless it's because it's out of season, it's just so quiet here. And just in those few summer months. I can imagine that the rent must be extortionate around in St Ives. So the buses turn around. Just show you this. Play out. That's cloud is right above me. So they blocked off all these stairs still. They did that 2 years ago, over 2 years ago. Used to be like a little garden thing up the top there. Not nice. Not a nice day. There we have it. Not many people are going to be eating the meals out there today. That takes us back down to Porthminster Beach. Again, not many people on there. So again, this is a long stay. Same prices. Again, 8 a.m. So the parking at the station was £4.50. Was it £5? And then it was £4.50. So there's only about £1 difference if I drive in compared to the compared to getting the train in. And at least if I drive in, I've got the van, and then I can always go back and have a drink in there, have a chill. So yeah, I might park here one of the days, see if I can get on here. Yeah, pretty tight spaces though. Again, it'll be no motorhomes from 8 a.m. I'm guessing. Let's have a look. Yeah, camper vans between 11 and 8. So it's pretty standard all the way through now. They've got, what's that they've set up? Pitch for the day? I don't think they're... but one of them might be big enough. These are reserved. Reserved. Can you believe there's people signing up on this? Can't see anyone detecting. But yeah, there's a lot of sand that's been eroded away there, which is good. So I think it was 9:40 tomorrow was low tide. Toilets, if you do come to this beach, you go down the steps and then to the right, and they're just underneath where these trees are here. I don't think we're waiting long for the train. I'm not going to film the train trip going back. It's a bit lousy weather anyway, so I'll switch you off and I'll catch you a bit later on. Good morning, everyone. So I thought I'd take you on my little drive to. So I'm actually at Hale campsite, Hale at the moment, and I'm going to go down to St Ives. It's only about 20 minutes. So I just thought I'd take you for the nice scenic drive. So it's currently 7:40 in the morning. It's a Friday morning. It's supposed to be a nice day. Not mega hot, but I think we're at about 19 degrees C. And I plan on doing a few hours detecting this morning, see how I feel around about lunchtime, and then back to the van, and then I'll do some more filming for the Dad's Secret Kitchen, which is this channel. So I don't know if you know, but I've got two channels: the Dad's Secret Kitchen and the DSK, obviously Dad's Secret Kitchen detects. DSK detects on YouTube. So as I'm going around doing these blogs about camping and cooking in the van, I'm actually going to sites to actually do metal detecting as well. So it goes hand in hand with the two channels. That's not a bad little park up there, just on the right there. So you can park there. Obviously there's no room now, but that would have been a nice little park up. Again, there's a couple, 2-3 vans there that parked up. So something to bear in mind for the future. Yes, I'll get a few hours in detecting. I am actually going to go to Porthminster Beach today. Currently it's showing 11 and a half degrees outside. So a bit of a chilly start this morning. I might put my jacket on. For the first few hours. So the plan was going to be that get into St Ives nice and early, then go and get breakfast at Wetherspoons, and then go detecting. But you can't get a camper van on the car park till 8 o'clock, and Wetherspoons are shut down. So no breakfast, which I'm not too bothered about. probably going to do detect in the morning, then go and get some lunch at hopefully the Union Inn. And then just go back to the campsite and chill. Have a few hours just chilling outside. Then watch a bit of TV, watch films, maybe do some work on computer. And I just want to chill out. I don't want to be going out for like 5, 6, 7, 8 hours metal detecting, being absolutely knackered, waking up tomorrow with backache or aching. I'd rather do 2 half days and 1 full day, and then not feel great, because I'm actually going to be using the 11-inch coil for today. If you do like the videos as well, I always forget this section. If you do like the videos, please click the like button, and if you also click the subscribe button, it doesn't ask you for bank cards, so there's no payment. It's completely free. It's just that people think, subscribe, well, that's, I don't want to subscribe to anything that's going to cost me. It's not. It just lets you know. So you click subscribe, and then click the bell icon, and it just lets you be notified that when I've made a new video, it's been uploaded. So that's all it does really. It just says, look, you follow my channel. It does not cost you a penny, so don't worry about that. I could have come through Hale. In fact, I might go that way back. Just because I have been through Hale years ago. I'll just have a mooch through there, see if there's anything different. Or I might actually do that tomorrow on the way back into St Ives. I want to try and get in the car park spaces as early as I can, really. We've got Garden Centre here just to the right, and you've got the station Lillant Saltings. So the train that I went on yesterday, which you're going to see the video, it starts at St Earth, and it basically just goes from St Earth to St Ives and back again, just constantly. Doesn't always stop at Lillant and Lillant Saltings. They always stop at Carbis Bay, which is the one before St Ives. So my sat nav's trying to take me down the back roads. It doesn't want me to go down these roads, but I'm going to ignore it. Turn it off. A coffee. Yeah, I'll do a bit of shopping as well while I'm out and about. Some coffee. I'll probably get some stuff for breakfast in the morning. What a nice day. Compared to yesterday, it was some of those rainstorms were quite torrential. So this is Carbis Bay. This is quite a really posh area, quite really expensive. I tend not to go down to that beach. We used to go every now and again as kids, and at one point it went really pebbly, but now it is a sanded beach. I can't detect on it because it is privately owned, although you can go and sunbathe there and build sandcastles and dig holes. I can't go metal detecting on it without permission, because it's a private beach, whereas the ones in St Ives are owned by the Crown Estates. So yeah, Carbis Bay, they actually had the G7 summit here about 3 years ago. So all the country's leaders came to they actually stayed at the hotel just a bit further up here. But there was a warship that was parked just outside on the outside of the bay. So yeah, this is where the presidents would have come up, Donald Trump and Boris Johnson at the time, I think it was. No, it wasn't. Rishi Sunak, I think. But yeah, very expensive area, and so St Ives. So I might call this Tesco's on the way back and do a shop. Although there is a Lidl's near me. I don't know, I'll see. I might do a walk up here. No, I might actually save it for another trip. Another walk up there's a monument that we'll come visit. To the left here is Tregenna Castle Hotel, and this is where all the president leaders stayed. Very expensive. I mean, some of these hotels are thousands. Really, really expensive. Yeah, you're looking at like £5,000-6,000 for a week. Some of these homes. Now we're dropping down into St Ives. So as we go down this hill here on the right, and we used to walk up here when my dad was alive as kids. We'd go for a walk around there's a coastal path you can take, and there was one night that I was out here with my dad, just here on the bend, and we stood at the wall on the right hand side, and we saw what we thought was USA. These lights were shooting and darting across this wall here, across the sky. The road that I've just passed to my left, that was where the home where my dad spent his final days. Well, it wasn't a care home, it was like a cancer place. So yeah. And there is St Ives. So just to my right, just over the side of this wall, that's where the station is. And this is a shame because it's been like this. That garden's been like that for years. And it doesn't like they're doing anything with it. Okay, and then down the main hill, past the phone box on the left. This in summer is just a nightmare. They used to have a policeman that would stand at these on this crossroads and directing traffic. I'm not sure if they still do that anymore. And then just around this corner is the car park. Hopefully I can get a decent spot where I'm in the sun. So I can get the battery, I mean I think it's fully charged anyway, but I'm going to leave the fridge on, so that needs to be getting some juice. And here we are. Plenty of parking spaces, and I'm gonna go here on the end. It's quite busy, but just strengthen a bit more. Just double check that. So yeah, hopefully the sun will come straight over me and keep everything charged. So that's not a bad spot. Not sure why my reverse camera's not working. I'll have a look at that a bit later on. Okay, so I just need to sort parking out and see how we go. So this is the Tate in St Ives. It's been open quite a few years, but I've never actually been inside. I think my dad said he'd been in, but he saw it actually being built. Which was quite good.
I thought you had to empty the cap.
There you go. So that's Porthmere Beach, St Ives. So going up this hill, this is where my dad used to live. It's a very steep hill, so I'm going to be stopping a few times. So yeah, I'll probably play some music over this. Last thing you want to hear is me puffing and panting. What's that? The Holy Well St Ives. What does that say? Well, St Ives. Until 1843, the main water supply for Downlong. So from 1841, I'm not sure I'll be drinking the water out of that. 1841. It's a shame how all this is overgrown now. Because you're going outside of the tourist area now. So the council don't really look at it. So at the left, just to my left, is the cemetery, which I'm going to video. God. sure if you can go in it now. Well, you can go in it. I've actually got to see if I've still got it, an old picture of my oldest daughter when she was young, sat on that tree. Not sure if I've still got it somewhere. I'll have a look. That was a steep walk, especially for a fat lad like me. So this here, down to this cemetery, this was the part that was filmed in the Raise the Titanic, with it's right at the very end, and they say on the film it's in Kent, and it's not, and I think it's filmed from about this angle here, looking down at the little chapel down there. See how all the film crews would have been here. So that was in 1980. So it was just when Star Wars had just been not long been out, and Alec Guinness was in it. But yeah, this is where it was filmed. I'll try and put a screen capture and compare the two, just to show you. But this one here, born 1890, died in 1970. Not getting further down, there's some really, really old ones. And a lot of shipwrecks, I guess. This one here, 1949, age 60. This guy here, who died 1950, age 67. 1916 over there. Well, imagine that as your final resting place, your final view. My dad's flat was on the dormers there. You can see probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Probably about the 6th one along was his bedroom window. So I'll just take you up there and show you that. This one, 1960, age 74, 1940, 85. 1965. Oops, I've gone up the wrong path. I just walked down around here. I've never been round this part, just to show you the view. Look at that. Amazing. Let's get a picture. So yeah, really low tide. I think it's about where I'm facing there, just to the right, there's parts of an old wreck. The old boilers are still, you can see them at really low tide, but only at really low tide. What time is it now? It's 11:05, so it's at low tide now, but it's still quite high for a low tide, if you know what I mean. I think as well, when I looked yesterday, it was about 1.6 meters. So at really low tide, it could be half that. I wonder how old that is. Yeah, I can't remember where the picture was taken, whether she was sat down here or whether I'd sat her on here. I'll have to try and see what if she's still got it. That was my dad's local shop. His corner shop there. Just go and get his paper from there. Can't believe it's been 25 years since he died. 25 years, God. And this is where he lived. Lived in this flat here, the very top at the back. And then in front of me, obviously the road's going to dip down. But that car park you can see up on the hill, that's the leisure centre. So there's plenty of parking up there. Not great for camper vans. As you can see, it's on quite a steep hill, but there are plenty of spaces, and there's a bus that takes you from the top right the way down to the square in the town. So dip down here. This bench. I'm not sure if it's this one. Yeah, this bench it's been replaced, but this is where my dad, when he was diagnosed with cancer, he couldn't make it all the way up the hill in one go. This is where he'd stop and get his breath. But he used to walk down here every day because he used to work in the Shannings Hotel. So he'd walk down here every day, go up to the hotel, he'd do breakfast in the kitchen. And then when it was closed season, the hotel owners basically let him stay there. So we'd come down out of season free, really. You know, we didn't have to pay for any rooms because it was closed season. The hotel was shut, which was nice. So Shannings, yeah, it was owned by Dot and Roger. And then before that, I think it was Brian that owned it. He had a son called Clive, who is a proper rogue. I should have done this the opposite way because it's going up that hill. It's a lot steeper than coming down this side. And then just at the back of these terraces here is the car park where I'm parked. So I'm going to drop me metal detecting gear off. And then, I don't know, get a drink, see how I feel, because I'm absolutely washed out now. Yeah, so not a great day detecting. I'm probably going to put them all into one, I think. But it is what it is. Alright. You can go out straight up, follow the road round, and then keep going straight, and it'll take you back up the road. Yeah. You're alright. Once that bus shifts, you're alright. Right.